Coughlin, and today I'm going to talk to you about vaccines. According to the National Foundation for Infectious Diseases, in the U.S., vaccine-preventable infections kill more individuals than HIV, breast cancer, and traffic accidents. 50,000 per year. That is far too many. Vaccinating prevents the transmission of these illnesses to the people who can't be vaccinated, saving their lives. I'm an EMT, and I have extensive training on the subject, as well as lots of research for this speech. Anyone unable to be vaccinated is affected by those who choose not to be vaccinated. Babies, immunocompromised people, and those who are allergic are all people who are in danger. Today I'm going to talk to you about why we need to vaccinate, why it's safe, and why you specifically should go now to vaccinate. I'll start by explaining why. Vaccines are needed to save lives every day. Herd immunity is a thing where everyone in a population is vaccinated. So those that are unable to be vaccinated, such as the young, the pregnant, the immunocompromised, and the allergic, cannot catch it from the people who choose from anyone else because no one else can get the disease. Herd immunity fails when people choose not to vaccinate. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services talks about two diseases that they have eradicated from the whole country: polio and smallpox. Smallpox is worldwide eradicated thanks to vaccines. Measles, another disease that should be eradicated from the country, has seen a dramatic increase due to non-compliance with vaccinations. Most vaccines, illnesses, have no successful cure or treatment. Polio has no cure, there is nothing to be done once you catch it, and the measles has no treatment. Without vaccines, eradicated illnesses can reoccur at any time and harm your loved ones. Now you know why they're necessary. Let's talk about how they're safe. To start, vaccines do not cause autism. This is a lie that was spread by a disbarred doctor in the 90s attempting to sell his own version of a new form of the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. Multiple studies since then have been done by the World Health Organization, the Center for Disease Control, and governments across the world, and no one has been able to find any link between autism and vaccines. Vaccines do not give you the disease you're vaccinating against. A form of the disease that is dead is occasionally injected into you for the vaccine, but there is no way for this dead disease that teaches your immune system how to fight to turn into the live disease. The chemicals in vaccines are necessary to stabilize, but they cannot harm your body. Formaldehyde is something that has worried people in vaccines. But did you know that there is more formaldehyde produced by your own body every day than one vaccine? Thimerosal, another chemical that has worried people, turns into ethyl mercury when it breaks down. This is not to be confused with the mercury that is toxic and found in fish and thermometers. There are no effects through ethyl mercury, but because of public outcry, the CDC has still removed it from all vaccines, just to be safe. The needle stick is not that bad. Does anyone remember that horrible, horrible time when they had to get a shot and they almost died? No, because it really wasn't that bad. As well as allergies are very rare. there is a 1 in a million chance that you have an allergic reaction. When this allergic reaction occurs, generally, you are in the presence of a healthcare professional who knows exactly what to do to prevent any lasting harm. Now that you know how they're safe, let's talk about why you need to go right now and vaccinate yourself and your loved ones. Without vaccinations, we'll return to a time when thousands of people died every year from vaccine-preventable illnesses. The CDC gives an example of these times. In 1974 Japan, 80% of people were vaccinating against pertussis. There were 0 cases and 0 deaths due to this disease. But by 1975, only 10% of people were vaccinating. And the case rate went up to 13,000 people that contracted this disease, and 50 people died from it just in that year. When they started vaccinating again, the disease rate went right back to 0. Any illness that is eradicated can come back, but it doesn't have to if you keep vaccinating against it. By vaccinating, the whole world cooperates to destroy deadly diseases. You're working to protect your families. You're working to make sure that these babies don't get sick. Do you want these babies to get sick? I don't want the babies to get sick at all. Again, vaccinating your kids and yourselves prevents the transmission of preventable illnesses to people who cannot vaccinate against these illnesses, effectively saving their lives. I've told you why you need vaccinations, proven that they're safe, and explained why you should personally vaccinate. Now, I'm urging you, please vaccinate. The longer they go without being immunized, the higher the probability of them catching and spreading something that could turn into a deadly illness. Don't end up another negative statistic in a vaccination public service announcement. Don't encourage the spread of illnesses that should be eradicated. There's no reason for illnesses like the measles to exist, but every year, millions of people get sick from vaccine-preventable diseases. The word preventable is the key here. Please vaccinate your kids.